Look, I know I came a long way, baby, but it's a long way to go still.
805 Spotlight about to go down right now. Thank you for being here. Welcome back, actually. You came back, when was the last time you were here?
I want to say 4 years ago.
Damn, it's been that long?
It has.
Ooh,
too long.
Man, time flies. So you got your company, Audicy Visuals. Explain to us what you do.
I do hip-hop media mostly, so I go out to shows, I interview people in the crowd, the artists, I do behind-the-scenes performances, and I do a lot of uploading those interviews onto social media, and a lot of my work is done in post-production. I really chop them up and add clips a lot, so it's a unique style. So
what led you to create Audicy Visuals?
So it was during COVID. You know, a lot of people started stuff then, but I was a photographer, and the Boy West Coast hit me up to do a photo shoot for his album cover. Mm-hmm. After that, I fell in love with it. I started taking photos of rappers, and I was like, I got this tool, this camera. I'd like to start doing interviews. So I started interviewing locals from Lompoc, started with the OGs like Caponiac, and then it just took off from there.
Now, Audicy Visuals, is there does that mean something to you, or was it something that you were trying to find a name, or what's the meaning behind the name?
Yeah, I'm pretty picky with my names. So Audicy is a play on Odyssey, of course, which is a journey to find something to me, and then I mixed audacity with it. So I know some people look at audacity as like a bad word, but I interpret it as having the bravery to go out and do something.
And how would you say the brand plays a role in the local hip hop community?
Oh, I do a lot in the local hip hop community. I go out to a lot of events. I showcase local artists, do interviews, and a lot of community work.
You know, one of the things that we were talking a little bit off air is like, I grew up here in Ventura County area, but 805, man, it goes up all the way through the Central Coast. And you cover a lot of the 805.
Yeah, I didn't know how big the 805 was until I started Audicy Visuals and started. I wanted to share artists from all over. So yeah, it goes from like Santa Maria to Thousand Oaks, right?
Yeah.
And then to Santa Paula.
Yeah.
It's a big area.
And still, if you go a little bit north, man, I remember. I think it was like September. Wifey and I took a drive to stay up north for her birthday. And we were driving through like San Luis Obispo, and man, Santa Maria's that area it's all about 805. You'll see businesses that say 805 everything.
Oh yeah, we're proud for sure.
Yeah, I've seen 805 carnicerias, 805 insurance, 805. What was the other one? 805 barbecue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they were repping strong out there. So. You do everything from live performances to backstage interviews. What's the craziest and most memorable moment that you've actually captured on film?
Crazy moments? I would say it has nothing to do with the music. It's actually, I went to a protest down in LA, and I happened to be there when like hundreds of cops started coming on the back of their trucks with guns and stuff. That was a crazy moment. It got really loud. But my most memorable is when I got to interview John B. at a show, because I've been listening to him since I was 5 years old, and none of this was ever in my plan, so my 5-year-old self would have never imagined interviewing John B.
So when you're talking to artists or organizers of events, what's the one thing you always try to get them to reveal that a fan might want to know?
Their earliest memories of hip-hop. I'm big on that.
And we were talking about that earlier too. When it comes to music, like I like to ask people, like it doesn't matter who I'm interviewing, just to ask them like, yo, what are you listening to right now? And that's music. I think it's always a great conversation starter, no matter who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you share that you like some of the older stuff.
Yeah. Well, recently I was listening to a lot of Bone Thugs because I got to go to the Birch studio and do an interview there. So, of course, I started listening to Bone Thugs.
There's a lot of media out there. What makes Audicy Visuals videos stand out from the rest that are out there, at least in your eyes?
Like I said earlier, it's all in the post-production. I do a lot of that. But I kind of trimmed down the interviews to 3 minutes for Reels format. But I add a lot of clips, and a lot of the clips are tailored specifically to the interview. So if someone tells me they've been rapping since they were 13, I will do my best to dig in and find a video of them rapping when they're 13 and add that in there.
Oh, so you do your research.
I do my research.
Nice.
Yes.
So, what do you remember the first 805 artist that you interviewed?
Yeah, so for the longest time I was saying it was Componiac because I thought it was, but actually it was my friend Robbie. They call him Solo Dolo.
Oh, Solo Dolo was the first one.
Yeah.
And then, how many different 805 artists would you think that you've interviewed?
805 artists, I want to say at least 40. Yeah.
And then you also push a lot of their content, right? Like the music videos and stuff like that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if there's a local artist out there that wants to try to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
They could do audicyvisuals@gmail.com or my Instagram. I reply to all DMs.
And you do you support and do a lot of the events, local events, hip hop events too, right?
Yep. We just did 805 Media Day the other day.
So beyond the music, what other stuff do you like to cover, man? When it comes to covering events and stuff like that.
Beyond music, all different stuff. Like I did grand opening of Marathon Burger. I go out there when there's protests going on. I like to interview barbers. Anybody that has a good story that I'm interested in. Recently, I just interviewed ECM Hats.
Mm-hmm.
He made the Oxnard hat. So yeah, whoever has a story that's interesting.
They had that collab with Gordo's, right?
Yeah, Gordo's.
Man, that's a nice hat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's the best hat I've ever had. Yeah.
And man, so we're talking about a lot of the music here, but we also talked about a little bit off air how you've expanded to LA too to cover some of the events out there. What makes the 805 stand out to you when it comes to now you covering all these other events in Southern California?
It's where I come from, and there's a lot of talent that's overlooked here, and we just have really good artists that need to be known. LA, they have their thing going on already, so it's easier for people, in my opinion, to get the attention. But we don't have that back home, so I like to shine light on that.
You know what? I gotta give props to Wild Child, man. He recently did an interview on the Bootleg Kev podcast, and he kind of got hit up in a. I don't know, the way Bootleg brought up the question was kind of like, oh, there's a chip on your shoulder because you guys are from LA, and he gave the most amazing answer, man.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that actually.
And that's super dope, man, because there's actually a store that I went to in San Luis Obispo when I told you I went on my trip, and it was a store. I don't know if that's the name of it, but they had this big mural on the side, and it said "Not LA, not the Bay."
I knew you were gonna say that.
And I was like, "Yo, that is super dope."
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the merch that they have, it's amazing because we are proud of the 805.
Absolutely, we're our own thing.
Yeah, and what's been the biggest hurdle that you faced while building your brand?
While building my brand, people just not supporting. A lot of people don't support until you hit a certain milestone.
But and the reason I ask that is because now a lot of these youngsters and kids, they see social media and they want to do that. So you said you didn't get the support, but what kept you going?
Well, just my love for hip hop. I mean, I grew up watching MTV, BET, and my love for local artists. I've always been very supportive of them. From Lompoc, I like to call myself like the Lompoc Hip Hop Archive because I keep so much music. Right. And sometimes I'll post a CD that I have that the artist himself doesn't have, and they're like, "Whoa,"
So you hanged on to a lot of that.
I hang on to a lot.
You grew up in the 805.
Lompoc, born and raised.
Yeah, shouts out to Lampton.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Also, once again, let us know what made you start Audicy Visuals.
So I started with photography. I started for photographic rappers, and then I grew up on like MTV and BET, and I was like, it'd be cool to do interviews for Lompoc people. Lompoc. 805 already doesn't get its shine, but Lompoc's like way out there in the middle of nowhere, so I wanted to shine light on my local artists, Lompoc. Yeah,
so you've been doing a lot of interviews with artists locally, and now, like we said earlier, you kind of branched out to the LA area too, and covering events throughout Southern California.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So how do you feel Audicy Visuals helps local artists, level up or get to that next level?
Yeah, I just like to shine light on them, share their music, give them little tips and tricks I learned along the way, and just support them every day. I'm in their inboxes, talking to them, building friendships with them, stuff like that.
Now, where do you see the brand in 2 to 3 years from now? Like, when it comes to like covering events.
Yeah, so I hope to quit my 9 to 5 in 2 to 3 years and be doing red carpet events. That's the end goal.
And do you find the artists that you want to feature, or do they reach out to you, or how does it work with you?
A little bit of both, but a lot of the people I interview are just on the spot at shows. That's the best way to get an interview for me.
And what kind of content can people expect to catch who haven't visited your Instagram?
Right now, SoCal hip hop shows, events, protests, barber interviews, anything that has to do with the hip hop culture.
All right, now before we wrap up, anything else you want to put out there to the 805?
No, just that I love you and I wouldn't be where I'm at without you guys.
Shamonte, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us and talk to us inside the 805 Spotlight.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for shining light on locals as well.
It's the 805, baby. Look, they know the 805, baby.
Por acá